Welcome to another episode where we dive deep into the latest in recruitment strategies, AI innovations, and HR solutions. If you're looking to elevate your hiring game and stay ahead in the ever-evolving world of talent acquisition, you're in the right place. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you never miss an episode filled with insights, expert interviews, and actionable tips to transform your recruitment approach. Stay tuned for exclusive content designed to make your hiring process smarter, faster, and more effective.
All right, so you're ready to kind of like boost your skill set, right? And really tap into this whole crypto side project scene that's exploding. I think you're in the right place for that. This deep dive is going to be all about how to like really speed up the process of getting that crypto knowledge without getting stuck in the weeds. We got some really great sources lined up that we're going to be using to really help you hit the ground running.
Yeah, we're going to focus in,
Yeah.
laser focus on really the skills that'll have the biggest impact for you.
Yeah.
The ones that'll help you jump into these projects with confidence. No need to become like a blockchain, expert overnight or anything. It's all about actionable knowledge here.
Yeah, that's what we like. So let's jump right in. First up, we're going to be tackling something that I think everyone faces in this space, and that's just navigating all these different blockchain platforms. Each platform has its own quirks, its own strengths and weaknesses.
For sure. And those differences really matter when you're trying to decide, okay, where do I actually build my project? Like, for example, Ethereum. It might be the big player right now. But those gas fees can be a real pain. We're seeing a lot of cool new innovations popping up on other platforms, like Solana or Algorand, which offer faster transactions and way lower costs.
So how do you choose the right platform for your project then? That seems like a pretty crucial decision.
Yeah, you really have to think about what your priorities are, right? Like what matters more?
Yeah.
Security, speed, cost, or the existing developer community. Luckily, the sources we have here actually break down all the pros and cons of each platform. So it should really help you make an informed decision.
Awesome. So you've picked your platform. You got to learn how to build on it. And that brings us to smart contracts. These are like the backbone of most crypto projects, right?
Yeah, they are. Smart contracts are basically like self-executing agreements that live on the blockchain. So they can automate transactions that cut out the middleman, and they really open up a whole world of possibility, but they are written in code. And if that code has vulnerabilities, things can go south very quickly.
Yeah. We've all heard those horror stories. Smart contract hacks and exploits. Definitely not the kind of side hustle we're looking for.
Right. So we're going to go way beyond just basic security concepts. We're going to dive deep into the nitty-gritty, common coding errors, the newest attack vectors, and proven strategies to really fortify your code.
So instead of just mentioning auditing tools like Mithril and Slither, we're really giving you the know-how to use them effectively. It's like learning self-defense for your code.
Exactly. We're going to equip you with the knowledge you need to spot those vulnerabilities before they become a problem. And believe me, once you really start digging into this stuff, you'll see that secure coding isn't just a chore. It's an art form.
Okay, so we've chosen our platform. We're writing secure smart contracts. Now what? We need to make this thing user-friendly, right? That's where decentralized applications come in, or dApps, as most people call them.
Yeah. dApps are like web applications that interact with the blockchain. They're kind of a bridge to the user. They provide that essential front-end experience.
And they can be as simple or as complex as you need them to be. You can build a dApp to track your crypto portfolio, create a decentralized marketplace, even launch a whole new social media platform.
And in this deep dive, we're going to go beyond just explaining what dApps are. We're giving you practical insights into choosing the right development frameworks and tools, like should you use Web3.js or Ethers.js, or what are the trade-offs between all these different front-end libraries? We've got you covered.
This is where things start to get really exciting, because once you understand dApp development, you can start building projects
Right.
that interact with different parts of this whole crypto ecosystem.
Exactly. And that brings us to token standards. They're basically the blueprints for creating different types of tokens on the blockchain.
Okay, so we've got dApps talking to the blockchain, but what about the tokens themselves?
Well, not all tokens are created equal. You've got your ERC-20 tokens. Those are like the workhorses of the crypto world. Bitcoin, Ethereum, most other fungible tokens. Then you've got your ERC-721. That's the standard for NFTs. And we're even seeing newer standards, like ERC-1155, which lets you create both fungible and non-fungible tokens within the same contract.
And understanding these standards is key for integrating tokens into your dApp array, whether you're building a decentralized exchange or a platform for trading NFTs. Knowing all the little details of each token standard is super important.
It is. That's kind of what separates the hobbyists from the serious builders.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground: blockchain platforms, smart contract security, dApp development, and token standards. Are we ready to unleash our side project on the world?
Almost. We've got one more crucial piece of the puzzle. You've got your DDApp.
Hmm.
You've got your tokens. But how do you get them to talk to each other? How do you pull data from the blockchain? Or trigger transactions from your application?
I think I know what you're about to say.
To really unlock the full potential of your project, you need to master the art of building APIs for blockchain interactions. APIs, they're like the unsung heroes of the crypto world. They might sound technical, but they're really just messengers, relaying information between your dApp and the blockchain.
Yeah, I guess it does sound kind of complicated, but it's really not that bad once you get the hang of it.
Right. Think of them like bridges connecting different parts of your project. Like you might use an API to fetch, real-time token prices, display transaction history, or even trigger like complex smart contract interactions.
Okay, so are there like libraries out there that can help you build these bridges?
For sure. There are some really powerful tools out there.
Yeah.
Like Web3.js and Ethers.js. They give you like pre-built functions and methods that make interacting with the blockchain so much easier.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together now. We've got the platform, we've got our secure smart contracts, we've got our user-friendly dApp, and now APIs to tie it all together. That's a pretty solid foundation for any crypto side project.
It is. And here's where things get really interesting. As you start building, you'll realize that the real power of blockchain is in how interconnected everything is.
Interconnectedness, what do you mean by that?
Well, think about it. We're not just building these isolated applications. We're creating like a whole ecosystem where projects can interact and collaborate with each other.
Oh, I see. So my dApp could potentially like
tap
get data or
Exactly.
functionality from other projects on the blockchain.
Exactly. And that's where a deep understanding of APIs becomes even more valuable. It's not just about connecting your own project to the blockchain. It's about connecting your project to the entire crypto world.
Wow, okay, that's pretty mind-blowing. But let's shift gears for a sec. We talked a lot about building secure smart contracts. But is there anything else we need to be thinking about when it comes to security?
Well, security is an ongoing process. It's not just a one-time fix. As your project evolves, you need to be constantly looking out for new vulnerabilities.
So, like, what are some best practices for maintaining security over time?
Well, first and foremost, you've got to stay informed. The crypto space is always changing, like all the time, with new attack vectors popping up left and right. So make sure you're keeping up with the latest security research and all the best practices.
Okay, so subscribe to security newsletters, follow those security experts on social media, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of community. Engage with other developers, share knowledge, learn from each other's experiences.
Got it. Community and staying informed. What else?
Regular code audits are really important. Even if you're super competent in your own code, it's always a good idea to have a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah.
Look for vulnerabilities.
Are there any tools out there that can help with that?
There are. Automated auditing tools like Mithril and Slither can help you identify some of the more common vulnerabilities. And then you can also have manual audits done by experienced security professionals. They can provide some really deep insights.
Okay, so regular audits are a must. Any other security tips?
You could also think about implementing a bug bounty program. That basically incentivizes security researchers to find and report vulnerabilities before they can be exploited.
That's a great idea. So we've got our security bases covered. What else do we need to consider as our project grows?
Scalability. As your project gains traction and usage increases, you need to make sure your infrastructure can handle the load.
Right, because a slow or expensive dApp isn't going to attract very many users.
Exactly. So you need to think about how you'll scale your project to handle that increased demand.
So are there like any strategies or tools out there that can help with this?
There are layer 2 solutions like state channels and rollups. They can help take some of the load off the main blockchain, which improves transaction speeds and reduces fees. We can dive into the specifics of those a little later if you'd like.
Yeah, let's definitely put a pin in that for now. I want to switch gears and talk about something that's been kind of capturing my imagination lately. The intersection of blockchain and AI.
Well, that's a fascinating area. Combining the transparency and security of blockchain with the learning capabilities of AI opens up a whole world of possibility.
It does. I mean, we're already seeing blockchain being used to track data provenance for AI models, which helps ensure that the data used is accurate and trustworthy.
Right, and that's just the beginning. AI could be used to analyze blockchain data, identify patterns, even make predictions about market movements
Yeah.
or security threats.
Okay, now we're talking next level stuff. But how can someone, let's say modest coding skills, even begin to explore this intersection of blockchain and AI?
Well, there are actually some great resources out there for beginners. Platforms like SingularityNet and Ocean Protocol are making it easier for developers to access and integrate AI algorithms into their blockchain projects.
So we don't need to be like AI experts to start experimenting with this technology.
Not at all. The key is to just start small, learn the basics,
Yeah.
and gradually build your way up. Who knows? Maybe you'll discover a new passion for building the future of decentralized intelligence.
Decentralized intelligence. I love it. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. Security, scalability, the fusion of blockchain and AI. I'm feeling inspired. But with all these possibilities out there, where does someone even begin if they want to jump into this world of crypto side projects?
That's a great question, and it comes up a lot. I think the most important thing is to find a project that really excites you, something that aligns with your interests and skills.
So don't just chase the latest trends or hype. Find something you're passionate about.
Exactly. Building in the crypto space takes time, dedication, and a whole lot of learning. And you're more likely to stick with it if you're working on something you truly care about.
Okay, passion project. Check. What else?
Don't be afraid to start small. You don't need to build the next Ethereum killer app. Right out of the gate, start with a simple project, something that you can realistically complete.
So like maybe build a dApp that tracks my favorite crypto prices or helps me manage my NFT collection.
Exactly. The goal is to gain experience, learn the ropes, and build your confidence.
And as you build, don't be afraid to reach out for help. The crypto community is incredibly supportive, and there are tons of resources available online and in person.
Absolutely. Join online forums, attend meetups, connect with other developers. The more you engage with the community, the more you'll learn, and the faster you'll progress.
Okay, so find your passion project. Start small and tap into the community. Any other advice for our aspiring crypto builders out there?
Yes. And this is a big one. Embrace continuous learning. The blockchain space is constantly evolving, with new technologies and trends emerging all the time.
So be prepared to constantly update your skills and knowledge.
Exactly. Make it a habit to read industry blogs, attend conferences, experiment with new tools and frameworks. The more you learn, the more opportunities will open up for you.
Okay, continuous learning, check. But let's be honest, all this learning and building takes time and effort.
It does. But it's also incredibly rewarding.
Rewarding in what way?
Well, not just financially, though that's certainly a possibility, but also intellectually. Building in the crypto space pushes you to think differently, to solve complex problems, to be a part of something truly groundbreaking.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And I think that sense of purpose is what drives so many people in this space.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another important aspect of building in the crypto space: community. We touched on this earlier, but I think it's worth emphasizing again.
Why is community so important?
Because building in the crypto space can be challenging. There are technical hurdles, security risks, and this constantly evolving landscape to navigate. Having a supportive community to turn to for help, advice, and encouragement can make all the difference.
So don't try to go it alone.
Exactly. Join online forums, attend meetups, contribute to open source projects, immerse yourself in the community, and you'll be amazed at how much faster you learn and grow.
Community. Got it. Now let's shift gears for a moment and talk about a topic that's often overlooked: the ethics of building in the crypto space.
That's an important consideration. As with any powerful technology, there's potential for both good and bad. It's up to us as builders to make sure that our projects are being used for positive purposes.
So what are some ethical considerations we should keep in mind as we build?
Well, for starters, we need to be mindful of the environmental impact of our projects. Proof-of-work blockchains, like Bitcoin, can be very energy intensive.
So consider using more energy-efficient blockchains or exploring alternative consensus mechanisms.
Exactly. We also need to think about accessibility and inclusivity. Are we building projects that are accessible to people from all walks of life, regardless of their technical expertise? Or financial resources.
That's a crucial point. We don't want to create a crypto elite. We want to build a more equitable and inclusive financial system.
Right. And finally, we need to be vigilant about preventing our projects from being used for illicit activities like money laundering or fraud.
So build in robust security measures and comply with all the relevant regulations.
Absolutely. Building ethically responsible projects should be a top priority for every crypto builder.
Okay. Ethics. Check. Now let's talk about something a bit more fun, the future of crypto. What trends or technologies are you most excited about?
One area I'm particularly interested in is decentralized finance, or DeFi as most people call it.
DeFi, that's the one where you can recreate all the traditional financial services on the blockchain, right?
Exactly. We're talking about lending, borrowing, trading, even insurance, all without the need for intermediaries like banks.
And that opens up a whole world of possibility, especially for people who are unbanked or underserved by the traditional financial system.
Absolutely. Another area I'm watching closely is the metaverse.
The metaverse, that virtual world where we can work and play
Yeah,
and socialize.
exactly. And blockchain technology is playing a key role in creating the infrastructure for the metaverse.
How so?
Well, blockchain can be used to create digital identities, track ownership of virtual assets, and even facilitate payments within the metaverse.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all fits together. Blockchain is like the foundation for
Yeah.
this whole new digital economy.
It is. And we're just at the beginning of this journey. Who knows what amazing innovations we'll see in the years to come.
I am excited to find out. But before we get too carried away with the future, let's bring it back to the present. We've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive, and I'm sure our listeners are eager to start putting this knowledge into action.
Absolutely. So let's wrap things up with some practical advice on how to get started with building crypto side projects.
Sounds good to me. So where should someone begin?
Well, I always recommend starting with a clear goal in mind. What are you most excited about in the crypto world? Is it building dApps, exploring the world of NFTs, or maybe diving deep into smart contract development?
Yeah, once you have a target, you can really tailor your learning path accordingly. And remember, there are tons of free resources available online. Articles, tutorials, online courses, communities. There's something for everyone.
And don't underestimate the power of hands-on experience. Even building a simple dApp or experimenting with smart contracts on a testnet can give you invaluable insights and build your confidence.
So choose a project, find some resources,
Yeah.
and get your hands dirty with some coding. What else?
Network, network, network. Attend meetups, join online communities, connect with other developers. The crypto space is all about collaboration and sharing knowledge.
So don't be shy. Reach out and connect with others.
Exactly. You'll be amazed at how supportive and helpful the crypto community can be.
Networking. Check. Anything else?
Yes. And this is perhaps the most important piece of advice I can offer. Don't be afraid to fail.
Fail. But we want to build successful projects.
Of course. But failure is an inevitable part of the learning process. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back from experimenting, trying new things, and pushing the boundaries.
So embrace those setbacks as learning opportunities.
Exactly. The more you fail, the more you learn.
Yeah.
And the more you learn, the better equipped you'll be to build truly innovative and impactful projects.
I love that. Embrace failure. Any other final words of wisdom for our aspiring crypto builders?
Yes. One more thing. Remember to have fun. Building in the crypto space is an incredibly exciting and rewarding journey. So enjoy the ride, connect with others, and celebrate your successes along the way.
Yeah, it really is. And, that passion that drives so much innovation in this space. But, building in the crypto world, it's not just about the technology. It's about the people, too. Oh, for sure. We keep talking about the community aspect, but I think it's worth emphasizing. Surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded, whether that's online or in person, makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, that shared energy,
Yeah.
the brainstorming,
Yeah.
the troubleshooting together, it all just kind of contributes to a much more dynamic and ultimately successful experience.
Mm.
And sometimes you just need someone to bounce ideas off of
Yeah.
or vent to when you hit those inevitable roadblocks.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's what's so cool about the crypto community. It's so diverse. You've got developers,
Yeah.
designers, entrepreneurs, artists, all these passionate people coming together to build something totally new.
Yeah, it's like a melting pot
Yeah.
of creativity and innovation. And that diversity of thought is what makes this space so exciting. It's not just about building the next, big cryptocurrency. It's about reimagining
Yeah.
how we interact with the world, how we create value, how we govern ourselves.
Okay, so you're getting me fired up now. But really, for someone just starting out, this whole world of crypto can feel so overwhelming. Like, where do you even begin?
I get it. It's a lot to take in, but don't let that intimidation, paralyze you. Remember, every expert in this space was once a beginner, too. The key is to just break it down into, manageable steps.
Okay, so what's step one?
Well, I always tell people, start by identifying your passion. What problem are you actually trying to solve? What impact do you want to make? Once you have a clear vision, all the technical details will fall into place.
Okay, vision. Check. What's next?
Start small. You don't need to build the next Facebook on the blockchain right away. Just choose a simple project that lets you. Apply your skills and learn the fundamentals.
Okay, so small steps. Got it. But what about the learning curve? There's just so much technical jargon, so many programming languages and frameworks to master.
Yeah, no. My advice is don't try to learn everything at once. Focus on one area. Just one thing at a time. There's so many resources out there, like online courses, tutorials, documentation. You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
So find your niche, master the basics, and then kind of branch out from there.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask for help. The crypto community is so supportive. There are forums, Discord groups, even local meetups, where you can connect with other people and get your questions answered.
Okay, so we've got our vision, we're starting small, we're using the resources available, and we're tapping into the community. What else should we be thinking about?
Stay curious. This space is constantly evolving, so be prepared to keep learning and adapt. Embrace new technologies, experiment with different approaches, and never stop asking questions.
It's all about that growth mindset.
Exactly. The more you learn, the more opportunities will open up. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one pioneering the next big breakthrough in the crypto world.
That's an inspiring thought. So to wrap things up, what's the one piece of advice that you leave our listeners with today? The one thing that will help them succeed in this crazy world of crypto?
Be bold. Don't be afraid to take risks. Challenge the status quo. Build something truly unique. The crypto world rewards those who are willing to push the boundaries and explore the unknown.
Well said. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive. Remember, the future of crypto is being written right now, and you have the power to be a part of it. So go forth, build something amazing, and let's see what we can create together.
Prolific is revolutionizing recruitment with next-gen software solutions for companies. But we're not stopping there. We're enhancing the candidate experience with high-quality, bug-free application pages, real-time status notifications, and a supportive job board portal, designed to make job searches smoother and more engaging. Prolific redefining recruitment for everyone involved.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest episodes and exclusive content designed to enhance your recruitment strategies.